Hit the button.
Welcome to Scale Builders Guild.
And welcome to Harleydesigns live takeover.
Episode 94.
94. Check in where you're watching from and if you're a green bubble or a blue bubble.
We are having that conversation in the mod chat today, which we should mention this. We've combined our mod chats into one giant mod chat.
One giant mod chat. So I think I need to add Vidjo and Travis over here to make everybody just...
I'm not adding anybody over here.
Yeah.
I want to talk to them. I don't want to,
right.
Overload the moderator chat stuff. Where is everybody watching from?
Yes. I set a print to go last night. Matt and I were both talking about, we both had hoodies on, and I had a domestic issue I had to take care of in the house that normally is handled by Nicole right before this video. And I was frantically taking care of it. And I was back on the phone with her. I'm like, how does this, what? And she's like, take a breath. And
the litter robot.
Yes.
You don't know how to use the litter robot.
It had a malfunction. And
oh boy,
I needed it to get back to function. Like you hit the buttons and it takes it out of use for a minute. And that is, I won't have it. But downtime has to be minimized.
No,
So,
I don't want to know.
There was no issues. I was just doing regular, Anyway.
I like that Andy Mueller always, he's G-Shocker. He goes, good morning from Bavaria. Because it's got to be like 3 o'clock in the morning there.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. Maybe a little bit later. Not much, though. Cat toilet clogged, eh?
I was trying to avoid them from having to find a different location because...
Right, because they will. Cats will do that.
I only want to use the one that is robotic. Like, I want to touch...
I don't want to deal with this.
No.
I'm not some human, some normie like Matt scraping up his own cat poop. What do you got there? What is that?
Bloody Mary.
Oh, well, cheers to that. It's the holidays.
Yeah. Cheers. And to everybody watching, in case you too have a day at work and need a...
Not me.
Yeah.
I ain't working. I'm off for the first time.
Did you take the break between the holidays?
Well, Josh, I work in advertising. We're very soft here. And we're generally 23rd till the 4th.
Till the 4th?
Always. Unless there's work to be done, which there has been for me a lot lately. So this is the first time off in some time, and it feels good. It feels very good. I didn't have a shower until 7:35 tonight.
Oh,
I'm fresh.
Gotcha.
I was in my pajamas until 7:30.
Yeah,
it was great.
See, that's it worked. Nicole got an alert on her phone that I got everything backed up
because it's Wi-Fi connected. Does it have the log4j in it? Do you think?
Oof, that's hard to.
Is someone gonna hack your litter box? DK goes, could y'all please stop pooping? Mr. 5450, thank you very much. Good evening, gentlemen. Utica, New York. Gents, let's start the show. Let's start the show.
It's Scott O'Blander. Thanks, sir. And bless you, Matt. Happy New Year. The sportscaster name is Jim McKay. From last year when we were talking about the wide world of sports.
Last
episode? What did I say? I said last year?
You said last year. Yeah, you did.
Whatever. You know what I meant.
Yep. Craig Thompson, hello. For the first time in years, I'm working between the holidays. Business has been good. Yes, the hobby business has been good. I wish I was in the hobby business.
Yeah, it is. It has been good.
I wish I had a 5-axis CNC machine.
Do you though?
I'd make Manquish.
Right. Let me tell you, all of the all of the headaches that go along with those things.
Oh, I just said I wanted to own it. I didn't say I
exactly.
wanted to have anything to do with operating it.
Yeah.
I'll own a piece of Vanquish.
Make things. So,
They'll do the SBG line of CNC things, and there won't be any.
Yeah.
No,
like this looks really good. What does it do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Just
no performance gains whatsoever.
Yeah, it just sits there.
It's a machined miniature propane tank.
Like, see what I made you?
Yeah. Is Vanquish going to be out of stock too? Yes. That's good. Did you have a nice Christmas by yourself? How many chest pizzas did you eat?
Did I order? I was going to order a pizza, and then I decided to not to. And you had
chest chicken wings. This
cat, let me tell you, Nicole gives these cats way too much attention. Because Chief is a monster. And he comes and knocking stuff over. This thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I have one of those.
He won't leave it alone. Throw it. Clear in the other room. Don't worry. Yeah. It'll be back here in a second. He just drags the whole thing. He'll drag it to you.
Yep.
Over and over. Doesn't work.
They're giving me some parts ideas for the
things you can make.
Yeah. It'll have everything in stock, just nobody wants to buy any of it. Machined bedrolls. It's a good idea.
You know what? Brass machined bedrolls could work.
Now we're talking. Just strap them to the axle. Machined spare tire lugs.
Oh, God.
It's a lot of effort. It's like that toothpick making cartoon.
I found it very odd. There's a very specific looking screw. It's like a knurled, very tiny screw and it just looks very specific that it goes to something that it should still be in, but it's just randomly sitting on my desk, and now I'm concerned. So
every once in a while, I'll just turn this chair, and a screw will pop out. And I'm like,
How many more times can that happen before?
Yeah, exactly. I had to give it a good lubing today. It was so squeaky. During last night's live stream, it was pretty squeaky.
Which I did watch.
Oh, you did? Oh, thank you.
I watched a good chunk of it live, and then Gunner showed up, and he brought me a bunch of beef jerky and a bunch of new stuff.
I got mine today. Yeah.
And then Gunner and I went to dinner, so I did not.
Oh.
We went and had chicken wings at my favorite chicken wing place.
Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, Kiki's Chicken Place. It's called.
Let's go to that, chicken place. Scott Oblander, thank you very much. Happy New Year, Matt. Josh needs to try a Caesar. I agree. I should get him to try one on screen. You can barely taste the clam juice.
Yeah, exactly. Like the fact that clam juice is not a metaphor is.
What was I going to say about Caesars? Like Caesars usually comes with a celery stalk, and then some place was like, you know what? Let's put a shrimp on there too, and then another place was like, oh yeah, well let's put a strip of bacon on top of that, and then somebody went, hold my beer,
put a slider,
and then they put a hamburger on it.
Yep, I've every once in a while I'm like, I'll see one of those because anytime they have that on the menu, it's got a photo, and it's just like, look at that. I'm like, I'll have it.
I'll try that.
Mine. So, it does appear that maybe I was incorrect on the name. It might be Palace, not Place.
So you just can't read.
I mean, I'm blinded.
Look at how far he's gotten.
Blinded
gives
by
hope
the
to
wings,
everyone.
man.
Yeah. Maybe it's not a chair. Maybe it's a butt-operated screw maker. That's why they keep coming out of here.
Who paid
What's
for
a
the chicken
Caesar?
wings? I bought the chicken wings. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I should hope so.
Yes. So,
Gunnar, yeah, we'll do mail call here in a minute, but Gunnar sent along some very exciting new meat-based treats.
I'm still going to put mine in mail call, even though they were hand delivered. So,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Caesar, who wants to know, is basically a Bloody Mary, but instead of just straight up tomato juice, you use Clamato. And then you salt the rim with
and then you tie your
celery,
shirt, little
celery
knot
salt.
here in the front. And just little.
Cut your jean shorts. You got to cut your jean shorts next. And yeah. That's basically it. It's like a Bloody Mary, but better. Don't listen to him. Spicy, too.
False.
Really good.
So,
Story
well,
checks out.
it is the end of the year. This is our last one before the end of the year because it's almost the last day of the year.
Yes. But let's quickly talk about Christmas. Did you get anything RC related for Christmas? Put it in the chat if you did. I want to know what people got. Because I don't get anything.
Yeah. We have a...
Like I need anything, really. I don't.
That's exactly... I
have a couple of things I do need. They're in the cart. But yeah, I don't get anything from Rebecca because that's stupid.
Yeah.
It'd be like...
Don't.
I don't need an RTR.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry. I need nothing.
I need nothing.
Someone Toad Daddy got an SCX6 and a 50,000 milliamp battery. What?
That's a big ass battery.
Trying to creep up on my TRX 4000.
Yeah, hey, slow your roll there. Bob A, thanks very much. No question, but feel free to answer feel free to answer a question. It's on me. Donation towards a new chair.
You should treat yourself to a nice chair.
This is a nice chair.
There's no way. I've seen that chair. Like,
it's nice. This is a nice chair.
That's off. Like, you say that's nice because it looks the way that you want it to look, not because it has the comforts of what a chair should really offer. This looks like something I would own. That's why you have that chair.
It's got lateral support and it's got vertical support. It's at the right height for this workbench. My knees can go underneath the workbench just fine.
People were smaller when they made that chair. Like,
so what you're saying is that this was like a high chair. Like somebody was like,
that was a bar stool when it was made. Like
somebody was like, whoa.
Jefferson State Crawlers, thank you, sir. Happy New Year. Thanks for the content. Happy New Year to yourself as well. Everyone else also.
Maybe that wasn't content. Maybe it was thanks for the content. Like he's just happy.
Yeah,
you put him at ease.
that I'm just content. It's good enough.
Jefferson State Scalers. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Thanks for the content. Thank you for the content.
Should get a Herman Miller. Herman Millers are nice. I also like human scale.
I have a Herman Miller. I have an Aeron chair at the computer desk.
At the computer desk.
Well, that's where I do my work for my editorial work.
So
somebody did mention, how come I can never do this, eh? Like when I do there's a video up here, check out the video later. I don't know where to point.
Yeah.
I do that take like 8 times. No, I did it wrong again. Over here.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The Toyota's on the wall.
Oh, the Toyota. I thought you were talking about where the video bubble would be. Because I think it'd be on my side.
That's over here.
Right here.
It's over here. It's right up there. Yeah, I finally did that.
You covered up the valve.
Did that. No, the valve's still there.
It's
right
I see it. Yes, it's right next to it. That's a good call. I like it. I like the placement. I completed the wall of orange purposefully.
But no. You could put the what's that stupid thing you made called? Above the other orange truck there. The one that's right above your head.
That?
Yeah. What's
SCX3?
Yeah, what No, down one.
Carnivore?
Yeah, that thing. Move that and put
It's
the
orange.
Phoenix there. It's not orange enough.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're after. I could do that.
Yeah.
But
that's better.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Alpine RC got a Gladiator for Christmas. The axial kind.
Can we talk about something that I had talked about in my top 10 stories of the year?
Yes.
And I had mentioned it because in the top 10, I had brought up the Bronco, the SCX3 Bronco.
Yes.
And
the early Bronco.
Correct. And just the fact that you don't see them that much.
No.
You know? And I was just like, is it because most people are really actually looking for portals? I was like, I thought that was part of it, possibly. Or because that Jeeps actually sell better than anything else. But it was brought up a few times about the cost. So I just didn't realize that Bronco is more expensive than all of the other ones.
Yep, it is.
And I didn't necessarily notice that. I knew it came out and it was expensive, but I honestly thought that all of them had been adjusted to. I did not realize that it was more expensive than the rest of them, and I can't necessarily understand why.
Yeah, I don't know why it is either. I have to imagine that they paid maybe a little bit more for the license. Maybe. And let's be honest, there's a lot of molded plastic in there that you wouldn't normally get.
Is there? I mean, look, there's an interior cage on the SCX3, which is...
I'm just looking at the Gladiator right now.
I think that's as much plastic. It's got
Is it though? Because you got both bumpers, you got all the fenders, seats. You got the scoop, you got the seats, you got the cage, you got the doors, you got the spare tire holder. I think there's more plastic in that.
Maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think that's because you got fender flares and an internal cage and doodads on the Jeep too.
What's its
$579 on the Bronco?
It is expensive
versus body and Western's body and interior detailing. I don't know, because the body.
Yeah.
I mean, really I know it's got depth, but you have an interior on these as well. The actual thing itself is basically the same. As far as
the construction on this, though, like if you were making these in your factory. Sorry, I'm pointing at the Gladiator.
I understand what you're doing.
There's less work involved on that than there would be on the Bronco.
Why? Why do you think that?
Well, it's a flat panel for the interior here. It's not a flat panel for the Bronco.
That doesn't necessarily matter, because once they're
moldings,
they're die cut.
Fair, but they're still, I don't know. I just think assembly, like the cost of assembly, might be more too.
Cost of assembly, that's a possibility. Cost of assembly.
Also, maybe they just took the straight axle kit and had to take it out of the box
and then
like undo all the bits for the portals that they already put on the Bronco, swap it all over.
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, some people were
saying
they're gouging
that it was like
way too expensive. I'm like, well, I don't think it's way too
not
expensive,
way,
but I don't think that it should be more than the other ones.
Somebody's saying the Gladiator. Oh, Sam. Hi, Sam. Hey, Sam, by the way, that coffee mug you got me, that Jeep coffee mug, is ridiculous. Keeps coffee hot all day long. I love it. Thank you.
How long? Why do you have coffee in your coffee cup all day long?
Because I have multiple coffees. There's no cage on the inside of the Gladiator.
Right, but there's a bed cage.
Is that included? No.
Yes. Yes.
Is it? It is?
Yep.
Huh. Doesn't come with the interior or the exterior accessories kit?
Well, no, it doesn't. I mean, not. I don't know what it has as far as those. So
Like the tent and all that.
But it comes with that rack, and I can't remember what it comes with. So
nice rack.
But I drink coffee all day long too, but I can drink it out of a paper cup. Even I drink it out of a Yeti as well. But because I drink it and I get another one, I drink. Just say. But it doesn't.
It keeps the coffee hot. Yeah, it's a Jeep mug.
Oh well, that is nice. No matter what.
Yes, it is. Insulated Jeep mug. Comes with the rear bed rack. Okay, thanks, Joe. I couldn't remember how it came.
Just the bed, yeah.
Because the Gladiator is not a truck. Good one. All right. Okay, so yes, it is more expensive than it probably could be.
Yeah, it's interesting, and so.
Straight axle also needs a different gear set for the transmission.
That doesn't affect the price though. You're just replacing one with the other.
Moose Jaw just goes wrong. It is my truck, and I say it is a truck. So who posted that meme in the mod chat where it was like, "Well, hey there." He's like, the son's meeting the dad for the first time, and the girlfriend's there. "Well, hey there. Sally here tells me you drive a truck." He goes, "Yeah, I have a Gladiator." He goes, "Get out." It's true. It's true, Joe. Admit it. All right. You want to do mail call?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I do. You want to go first? Or me to go first?
Sure. I got some stuff ready here.
Go for it.
Got this in the mail yesterday, or a couple of days ago. Got a Ryobi Finesse rotary tool.
You got a corded cordless Dremel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's the 1 series, so you stick your battery in the top there. Thusly. You can stick all your accessories in there.
Mm-hmm.
Careful. This could get away from you. But it's a lot less likely to get away from you because it's corded, first of all.
It's got a leash.
And the RPMs are a lot lower. And I think the battery will last a ton longer than the cordless Dremel I have. So I'm looking forward to using this. This will be fun. I don't know where to put it, though.
You put it on the wall.
I don't want it on the wall, though, because then it's always going to be there.
Put it on the bottom of your chair.
Put it on the chair.
It'll make dremeling more enjoyable with the slight vibration from underneath.
Stick it right here. You imagine I start mounting tools to the back wall?
Mm-hmm. You could do like high school shop class where you outline them all. So they're like, hey, where's that
back that Ryobi? Wait, it'd be like, for me, it would be like, put back that burnishing tool.
Where's that?
All the useless, stupid shit.
Yeah. Agreed.
Put back
My
that.
dentist has that. You need to go to a better dentist.
Put back that can of googly eyes. No more dremeling for Matt.
Right.
No, I don't. I like I said, I do a lot of dremeling, but not for bodywork specifically. But now that I have a slower one with more torque, it'll be better. So yeah, that's what we got.
You got for mail call?
Oh, you want me to go again?
Yeah.
Okay. I got I don't know if you know this, but I have a Range Rover, orange Range Rover.
Yes.
I'm going to be rebuilding.
That you repurchased.
That I bought again. So I got some new wheels to put on there.
Okay. Are those
CC hand?
Those are appropriate style, I take it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. For a Range Rover Classic. They're classics. I've been saying CC hand. But I have a suspicion that this is C-Chand.
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 Change.
Sing us a little C-Chandy. Yeah, so those are good. That'll be nice. Got some more tires. More crawlers.
I'll allow it.
Crawlers, you know. Crawling. Yep. Crawling. I got them in the Predator
really
compound. Yeah,
what made you make that decision?
Because I don't live where it's hot all the time.
Okay.
And I need that softness. Get the Ryobi soldering iron, eh, Jeremy Kilburn?
So, I got a brick of clay.
Das ist not eine Booby.
I got some clay because I need to do some more vacuum molding. And this is the trans tunnel print for the Class 1 build.
It looks a little warped.
No, it's just very organic. It's got curves and all the ways and shapes and stuff like that.
Curves.
So I designed the part that's printed to be the inside dimension of what the molded part will be. So when I mold over top of it, it'll actually still be proper. So thought ahead with my mold design, since that was the plan for this one. So I'll use some clay to build up that onto the base that I have planned. And then I got a few other things that all kind of go together. And this is a bunch of sample cups. We're going to be taking samples.
Hold on. I think I remember you giving me a hard time for having a bunch of cups just like that for painting with. And you're like, oh, stupid, why don't you just use the same cup over and over again? No, you don't need a whole bunch of those.
I don't think that I ever said that.
It's exactly what you sound like. So
yeah. So if I remembered it like that, you must have said it. I don't think that's true. These are specifically 100 milliliter resin cups, though, and I don't think yours were resin cups. These cups can't be used for anything but resin. So
you can't put any other liquid in there?
No, it says on the label. So
resin only.
Yeah. And they're also new, it says.
Gonna be doing some peeing, eh?
So
SFL
I got resin cups because we'll be doing some resin. This is dye for resin.
I'm following still.
I got some resin. Amazing, right?
Yeah, wow.
But
I'm blown away.
This is flex resin. So basically you're molding something that is basically like a gasket. Are
you molding other things maybe as well?
I am going to be molding.
Is there anything for Nicole in this process?
No. I will be molding the fender flares for my Class 1.
Neato.
So
I've been watching you build your truck and not taking any of your ideas.
And then do you want to go again? I've got two more things.
Yeah, I got some more stuff.
Okay.
So I got another box from Satisfied Jerky today.
I have 3 things left.
Okay. I got some more stuff. Anyway, so Gunnar is very generous. Sent me a whole bunch of stuff here. We got some of the old turkey jerky, which I quite like. I know Rebecca likes that one too.
Very good.
Yeah, and then new packaging.
Yeah, well, that's for new jerky.
Yeah, cowboy jerky,
which is coming out next month. Gunnar told me.
Oh, it's not out yet. So this is an exclusive release.
Yes,
right here.
He told me, yeah, it's coming out.
Is it because it's sealed like this because it's wet, right? Or moist? It's moist.
I can't necessarily tell you why, but
all right.
I also got.
Don't forget about the snack sticks.
So I got a bunch of the. This is called cowboy jerky, by the way.
Yeah, cowboy jerky.
And I got the original. I think I got some teriyaki and some.
Yeah, and sweet and hot.
Sweet and hot. But
Sweet and hot.
And then there's a couple of bags of original here, but those are just for Nicole, and those are the only ones that are for Nicole.
Yeah, because I opened the meat sticks. I got another couple packages of these.
Did you open?
And I was like, oh lordy.
Because when I opened them, I ate half of them immediately.
Yeah, and the one bag is already. I know. That's what I said.
Because I was like, I have to do mail call tomorrow, and I'm just going to show an empty bag otherwise.
I was like, oh yeah, this is where it's at. I like jerky.
Did you eat the sweet peppered ones?
No, I went original. I wanted to start original.
The sweet peppered are ridiculous.
Oh, I can't. I gotta finish the other bag first.
The only reason I stopped was because I had to show them on camera.
But I'm telling you what, Gunnar, if you're watching, thank you very much, because those meat sticks are ridiculous. I'm gonna smash those this week, 100%.
Did that light start as purple?
I think it might be shifting.
It never done purple. I've had it for...
I don't know. Yeah, this is the Meat Eaters Guild. Forgive us. We like our jerky here. Ian Turbot, I think, with the comment of maybe the year. If he's molding something special for Nicole, that's a lot of resin for such a small job. Is that code still operational?
We'll have to find out. Gunner, yeah, I know Gunner's in.
He's around. So. He's not in here yet, so we'll see. Anyway, thank you, Gunner. That's great. I got one more thing. You better go.
I have two more things.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Made from 100% cowboy.
I got my forged carbon fibre development kit all the way from the UK, where this box cost me more to ship than it did for the contents.
That's great.
And it's all of the things. It's a bunch of coffee cups.
You got more cups.
More cups. You know, lots of cups.
You got enough. That's too many.
The mold release. And
there's Gunner. No more codes. No more codes.
A bunch of chopped carbon fiber.
So hold the phone. Is that just like actual fiber? Like it's just a bunch of, you don't get the sheets.
Forged carbon is different than twilled carbon fiber sheet.
Okay,
done a different way. It's done different processes, and it's really interesting. And
stop talking. Don't bore anybody with how the carbon fibers are different. Nobody cares. I just wanted to know. Down.
But this stuff, the nice thing about this is, you don't have to do vacuum. You can do it with 3D printed jigs and just put it in a vise and just tighten it down. And the nice thing is you can have features on both sides. Very interesting. It doesn't take.
I want that.
Does not take as much of the specialized equipment. And it's got a really cool look.
How toxic is it for me to work with?
Are you saying how much of a good time are you going to have? Is that the question you're actually trying to ask?
How shorter will my life be if I use this in my workshop? No comment. Okay. Cool.
I was going to open it and take a poll. And
don't do that.
I mean,
so it's melted together then. So you use some sort of glue to stick it all in there.
So the resin that you add together, you put that in there, and the compression of it is what gets the the air taken out. It's very cool. I will forward you a video.
Cool.
Very, very.
That is very cool. I know that's all for your class 2 build or 3 build is what class 1.
1.
You're going way overboard for class 1. This is all class 2/3 stuff, man.
This is a build that I've wanted to do though, and that's why it's the new year, and I want to get back to doing the fabrication things that I've been missing so much.
All right, fair.
I don't
That's
care
good.
about. I don't want to doing every review of each of the new cars, like, I'm not gonna do it.
There's certain ones I'm gonna do, and there are certain ones I'm not gonna do.
I will do those and enjoy those more because I'm not weighed down by the other ones that I didn't want to do, but I said yes to anyway. And instead, I'm going to spend a lot more time fabricating.
Yep. Gunnar Nissen, thank you very much. You're welcome for the jerky. You will be on the website as soon as I get some pics. You can just stare. Look. There you go. That's all you need.
Screenshot. Boom.
Amazing. We both knew what we were going to do there. Codes Scale Harley and Harley Scale are still up from June. Must be nice to have. I don't care. I don't need one code. I don't need a code. I'm fine.
You're scale part of the Scale Harley and Harley Scale.
Oh.
God, you're...
Okay. I get it. Great. That carbon stuff, that's going to be awesome, man. I'm really looking forward to that because hopefully you can make me some parts too.
You're going to watch my video and learn how to do it.
I don't want to do it at home because the fumes...
You're
icky
fine.
In my lungs.
You're fine.
Okay, the last thing. I don't know what happened, but they sent me 2. It's because I ordered 2. These are the low profile SHV 500.
SHV 500 LP.
LP.
Yeah.
Long play.
Wait, that EP next.
So 14. Okay, so I wanted to ask you a question since we're here.
Okay.
And we're talking about this stuff. I've got one of these, the SHV 500 V3.
Okay.
Which is 12 volt.
Yes.
Right? So that's good for 3S.
Correct.
These ones are good for 14 volts?
Yes, which is 4S.
That's a lot of S's, man. I'm going to be running 4S this year, I guess, in 2 and 3.
Yes.
Because these are going in class 2, 3.
So, what are you going to put them in for class 2 and 3?
Huh?
What position? Are you going to use them for your steering?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What else would you use them for?
I mean, it depends. I don't know.
What are you going to use those steering servos for? I don't know. They're not telling.
They're not called a steering servo. They're just called a servo. They're only called a steering servo if you use them in
yeah, I'm not using dig. So what other thing would it be for?
it's just an observation, man. Why you got to be so hostile?
Because you're a nincompoop. That's why. They're going in this thing. Uh-oh. Whoa, what's going on? Whoa. What's the front? What's the back? I don't know. So yeah, this is coming together.
It is coming together. It's looking quite good.
It's looking better than it did about 3 hours ago when I was like, I don't know what lengths to use here. But yes, rear steer on servo on axle, front steer CMS.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I am going to use mine for steering as well. In class 1 though, because smaller tires don't need as much power.
You're such a fool. I know why you're giving me the gears now. I understand. 650 ounce-inches of torque isn't enough. Got it.
For front steering, I mean, I'm going to be competitive, man.
You're such a goofball. Honestly. It's a truck that weighs like 3 pounds, and he's worried about... You are so frustrating sometimes with your pink light.
I don't know how that happened.
I willed it to happen.
Almost fell.
Travis just goes, Gunner, what are you putting into that jerky? It's turning Matt into a meanie. I'm not mean.
He used the word nincompoop. All right, I have one last thing for mail call,
Let's see it.
and that is
Ooh.
my new UC Fab licensed Jesse Haynes fabrication moon buggy.
Hold the phone. What am I looking at the back there? Is that a motor at
That
the
is
back of a truck?
The appropriate placement for, like, that's like when someone puts a 3D printed motor in the back of a Capra, like, or a Wraith.
It looks nice back there. What's the big deal?
This, because most of the time they're in there and they look like they're sitting in the bed of it, like they'd be being carried. Killing me.
Who's the meanie now?
This is the proper placement for this motor in this chassis.
Well, it looks very nice.
The transmission part will have to go away. It's just in there because it was part of the package that I purchased.
Yeah, that won't fit for you.
No.
Nope.
I'm putting 2 more steering servos in there so that I can get 2,000 ounces of power.
It's always a servo size competition with Josh. David Ferris turns the earth, not good enough.
So, yeah, this is going to be another 4-wheel steer project. I'm probably not going to jump onto this until after Nationals, though.
Yeah, we've got a lot to get done in 3 months.
And, you technically could try and put this into class 3, but it would be difficult to try and get all the points. And I don't know. It's just not the way that I'm going to go. But the quality of the work on this thing is just,
yeah, man,
is just wild.
UC Fab does a good job.
4-wheel steer, portals, the whole deal. And then I'll finish it off in the most
F10s.
I don't know. It might get SCX102's portals from our SCX102 portals.
Yep.
Just because it kind of puts it at the right width. It was initially designed with Capra geometry. So you could put Capras right in here, but it would be a little bit wide for the proper proportions of the scaled down buggy. So I don't know, but that is, I'm definitely excited.
I like it.
And then I also got my Carnivore back, which has been,
where was that?
With UC Fab for.
Are they making that?
Quite a while. Well, now that we molded the hood, this is the only other Carnivore that actually exists. This is no. I have both of them right now. So, but now that we vacuum formed the hood, he may actually make more of them. So
cool.
That's which is good, because then all of the time that we put into that making that mold would actually possibly have a little bit of a return.
Dana, the shock mounts on that new buggy probably won't be wrong.
Yeah.
UC Fab knows what they're doing.
Yeah, not like that RC Speedy one that I was so irate about.
Whoops. Yeah. Nice. That's good. Okay, that's mail call.
Yes, I'm going to put the jerky away so I stop eating on camera, because
good call.
It's going to be the hardest thing in the world not to just.
Yeah.
These sticks.
I mean, I guess
so good.
They're so good. I guess I could also have talked about the Elegoo Mars 3 resin printer that I got.
Yeah,
I got a video coming out on Friday about that one.
Do a little.
But man, oh man, it changes everything again.
And honestly, I mean, for you,
these guys are just like.
For you needed one.
Hey, how you doing? I did. I'm surprised I went as long as I did without one.
Yeah.
I think it was mostly the stink and the mess and the cleanup and the process that I was kind of avoiding.
Which I get.
I love the Prusa. There's nothing wrong with the Prusa at all. It's fantastic for more structural adjacent, but not like you would never use it to like build a cage or anything. But it is definitely great. Like that was printed on the FDM printer.
Which Prusa. On video already looks fantastic.
Yeah, and
Like,
then step it up to the resin version,
like I saw
and
you
it's a
make that
whole different
comparison
ballgame.
last night, and granted, on my side, you're going through a webcam, but
Yeah.
that, like, even last night on your stream, it's like it was hard to see. You posted a good photo on Instagram showing the
Yes.
comparison where you could see it much better.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah. It's spectacular, and it's not slow either. This is like a mono screen. I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm like, I can read the manual just as good as anybody else.
Right.
I can send in a warranty card about as good as anybody on there. But from what I understand, that there was a previous generation of printers that was not this mono screen, so it took like 10, 15 seconds per layer. So
Okay.
things took forever to print. But this is like a single source, light source or whatever, so it just goes bap and then new layer. And it's like every second it's making a new layer. So
Which is probably
something
way
like
faster than my Form 2 at the office.
it could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But I printed this guy, like, this, it's a, regular size Tamiya style driver
Okay.
from Night Customs here. And this took 3.5 hours.
Which is pretty good.
Which I think is pretty good with all the supports and everything. It's pretty fantastic. Same thing, like this grill, I had to do it diagonally on the bed with like a shit ton of supports
Right.
to get it to fit. But it 3.5 hours or something. So it's pretty
And
good.
that is,
I think,
one little bit of a downside to the current, like, most available SLA printers is that the bed size is fairly limited.
tiny. Yeah, so it's great for, and I'm kind of ruining the review on Friday, but it's great for accessories and add-on parts to a truck. I'd never print a body.
Right.
I'd have to slice it a million ways from Sunday. Yeah. But for detail stuff and for like little bits and pieces, accessories, all the stuff that you need to finish off a good-looking scale truck, awesome thing to have.
Yeah, and I think that it'll be cool to see what you do with it.
Yeah.
And if it's also a little bit less, I guess it's not totally true, but it's a little bit less restrictive on some of the support stuff. And
it can be, yeah. You really have to think about the orientation of your stuff.
Right. Now, and I've never used the slicer on some of these, kind of more open source style. The one on the form printer is pretty good. So
yeah, okay. The one I'm using is the shit you box.
Really?
Chitu box.
Interesting.
Chitu box. I don't know. CHITU BOX.
Well, that's an interesting name.
It's very easy to use.
That's good. Do you have to do a lot of the support stuff yourself, or is it?
No, it's automatic.
Okay.
Automatic, one click.
Yep.
Which is great. So finishing of this stuff, that's the one thing. And again, watch the review on Friday. But I was using water washable resin for all of this stuff. So it makes it slightly easier in that you're not using an alcohol bath to wash all your parts. There's no real downside that I could find. The cleanup is pretty easy though. Like if you take the supports off when it's still uncured, they just peel right off. It's pretty easy. And then there's not much cleanup after that. It all comes out pretty easy.
Well, I am looking forward to watching that. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see your take on it.
Yeah, for sure. John Roberts RC 1.6, thank you very much. Thank you both for a great year. John Holmes mentions he enjoys driving less capable rigs. For both, what is your favorite least capable crawler?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
I bypassed a couple of donations during that mail call, but first, Jeremiah Salberg, he said, so I made the decision to switch all my tools over to the Milwaukee pack-out system. Also, staring at my rigs, don't know what to work on first. I love the pack-out stuff. I've got that as well, and it's been pretty awesome. And then Gunnar, thank you as well. pound needs to be in front. So it's pound or hashtag, however you're going to call it, Harley scale, or there's hashtag scale Harley. That's the discount code that is still active on the Satisfied Jerky website. So thank you, Gunner. Anyway, sorry.
Least capable truck I like to drive is probably my Marlin crawler. TF2? Yeah, TF2 Marlin. It's probably the least capable thing I have right now. Unless you're starting to count stuff with tracks. Then I love the Hunavan. Or the Blizzard.
I don't have a great answer for this. Like, I have some incapable.
Any of your three-wheeled shit.
Ooh, that's a great point. But I always figured he meant off-road as far as capability. You know, like.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which they're definitely not very capable off-road. But.
Yeah, I'd say TF2 is probably my least capable, like, sort of thing that I haven't made myself.
I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna. I don't know how
the steam truck. That's true.
I don't know how this is gonna come out, but like the VS410 Pro, which is not an incapable truck, but it's a truck that I drive but it's full body width, full width bumpers. Like, it's the only truck that I keep that way. I don't keep anything with full width bumpers and stuff like that. It's
worst answer of the year.
But that's not like I have other, like, honestly, the SCX 10-3 is less capable. I think that's, but I don't necessarily enjoy driving the SCX 10-3s as much. Or enjoy drive, like, that's part of it. Like, I have trucks that, let me tell you, the FMS, the most incapable trucks that I have, either the 1.6 or the 1.12.
Doesn't matter what size.
Don't enjoy driving them. I don't. I thought they'd
have like driving the Jimny. I thought the Jimny was fun.
I thought that they would have that, like, kind of like fun, like, struggle stockish style driving experience. To me, it was extremely frustrating and bordering on annoying.
Okay.
It's obviously not for me. So my VS410 Pro, because it's
I'm going to go TF2.
I'm going
to stick with that.
But it's mainly because I don't have trucks that, if I'm going to go driving, I want to enjoy it.
Yeah, well, yeah. UMG 10 is a good choice there, Stabby Josh. Short wheelbase makes it more of a challenge, yet it still manages to keep up with the others. I agree. I like that it's a bit top heavy now that I've got portals under it too. That actually makes it a lot more fun. Certainly less capable in that regard, which is good. So that's a good choice too. Between the UMG 10 and the TF2, those would be. Night Runner is also a great choice because it is super incapable. Compared to other trucks, it is definitely more of a trail truck, less of a crawler. Yeah. But speaking of the TF2, we should probably segue into TF3 talk.
Let's talk about the TF3
because this is going to definitely be interesting. I mean, now, fair to say right away, neither of us have one.
Nope.
Have not seen it in real life. So everything that we're going to say now is all speculation.
Exactly.
Based on what we've seen in the
educated
photos.
Speculation.
Yeah, less so for me. Because I didn't go to as much school. I work on a computer.
Okay, first I have a question for you.
Go.
Is the body different? The bed specifically, the body different?
I don't think so, no.
That's the same bed that it was? Okay, I definitely thought that.
Yes. I think it's the shortened bed, though. Like the Marlin had the pre-bobbed bed.
And it does have that still?
Yeah, I think so.
I
think so. Let me bring up the page here, because I think it's probably fair to actually have it up while we're tacking about it.
I think they blocked me already.
They blocked you on the internet?
Like, this guy.
Not him again. Oh, brother.
RC4wheeldrive.com. This page is temporarily unavailable.
It's store.rc4wheeldrive.com.
Oh, that makes total sense.
Yep, that's what I said.
Why have they not fixed that?
Um,
Okay, I'm there as well.
it may actually be the longer bed. I'm trying to get a look at it here. Where are all the pictures?
Yeah, why is the pictures off the website now?
Did they pull all the pictures?
There's only the thumbnail. Am I seeing this wrong, or is
Yeah, that's all I'm seeing. Why did they do that?
Okay, I'm glad. I'm like, wow, I don't see any photos here.
That's weird.
Wow.
Maybe there's like a
even their website breaks. Okay. Then.
Why did they do that? Okay, well that sucks. So I guess we're gonna have to go off what I remember, or the thumbnail.
Let's see if I can find it anywhere else listed. Launched
Okay.
Big Squid. Do they have Big Squid stole all the photos and put their watermark on it? There we go.
Okay, good. Big Squid.
So yeah.
RC. Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, it is the long bed. It is not the bobbed, it appears.
It is the long bed.
Yeah. That's because it's Wednesday. They're like, ah, shit, turn them off quick.
Those two idiots are going to talk about it.
Okay. So
it appears to be the same in every other regard in terms of the body.
Okay. It's just the long bed version.
Yeah.
Okay, the big changes. Let's go over what's the same. The axles are the same, right? Yoda 2s.
Yeah.
The high quality Yoda 2 axles.
So those have always been trash.
They
since
are
the
trash,
beginning of time.
So
I don't understand why. Okay, let's just go through all the features first before I start ripping it apart.
Okay.
So
Mojave 2 body set.
Mojave 2 body set.
Realistic 22R scale engine.
Mostly.
It says realistic in the title, so it has to be true. Realistic C-channel chassis. Check.
Copy that. Yeah. That's probably the best new thing.
Yes, agreed. And then right after realistic C-channel chassis, it's also a steel chassis rails accurately imitate a full-size truck frame. So they died from the house fire because the house was on fire. W56 2-speed transmission with transfer case, realistic safari snorkel.
Transfer case drops on the proper side now too.
That yes,
for
true.
Toyota.
2-speed transmission replicates the L45 Yoda 2 Ultimate scale axle, says Ultimate right in the name. Twister high torque metal gear servo, 80 millimeter Rancho 9000 shocks.
Yep.
Marlin's side plastic sliders, arch-wheel drive Type B machined front winch bumper. It should have been Type B, C, D, E, F because of how much there is of it there.
It's a big bumper.
What? Tough armor bumper with hitch mount. That must be a rear. Arch-wheel drive Rogue 155 beadlock wheels. Stupid choice. 155s. Compass MT 155 tires, 540 size 45 turn brush motor, Outcry 3 waterproof ESC, includes a 6-cell 3000 milliamp nickel metal hydride battery pack and charger, and the newly not redesigned 3-channel XR3 radio.
That radio
is the worst.
It is not good.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so, couple of things.
Only a couple? Because I got more than that.
Couple of things that I'm willing to talk about now without having seen it yet.
Okay.
Why? No. No. I do appreciate the fact that there is some new stuff here.
Yes.
And it's nice to see a modern take on a leaf sprung truck chassis.
Couldn't agree less.
Because I like the leaf spring trucks. I think they're fun, especially if they're done right. Here's the thing, though. They did the cool frame. This is more like the original Bruiser frame, which actually does, widen out the back like
The frame
a real
is rad. It's very
Toyota
true to scale.
truck. Yeah, very true to scale. However, they didn't put anything new under it in terms of axles. So what they had to do is they had to inboard the leafs in the rear.
Oh, the leaves in the rear don't line up with the chassis rails. They're offset inward.
No, the leaves are inboard of the rails.
Oh, I did not catch that.
So, yeah.
Oh,
so
I see that now.
That's a bit weird. It might be a good thing for performance. It may give you a bit more.
If you
tiny
could
bit more
measure
flex.
the difference in flex that it would give.
It might give you a tiny bit more flex, but it looks weird as F. So I'm a bit suspect about that. But I do like the frame. I love this kind of wider in the back frame. Very realistic. Looks great. The motor. That motor is gigantic.
Okay. I will say you noticed how big. I think that do you know what size or how the scale of that motor should have been? Because sure
do.
That does look considerably smaller. Okay.
Right? Like the top of it is just huge compared to that.
Yeah, it is. I will say that, okay, a couple of things. I didn't think that the motor part of it looked bad. I thought that was pretty good. I liked it.
No, it's nice. It's nice that there's a scale motor. That is great. It's nice that they're doing that.
I do like to see that. But I was concerned with what motors are you going to be able to put in there?
Well, that's the other thing. If you go through all the descriptions, there are only 3 pinion options.
Yes, it's like
11, 12, and 13.
11, 12, and 13. I'm fine with that. I get that for what they're doing. I don't mind restricting the gear changes. Like, I'm fine with that. That does not bother me. I was more worried about, are you going to be able to put in a brushless motor or anything like that has tabs off the side? You're probably going to have to do some carving. But that's...
I'm worried about that too. I'm worried about that too.
Yeah, that can be whatever. I didn't mind the look of the scale engine under the hood. But like you just showed, the size may be off. That's a possibility. Doesn't matter though, because you can't see that engine with the body on.
Because the hood doesn't open.
Which, okay. I mean, I get it. That they're using the same body. That's reasonable. I don't really necessarily hold that against them.
It's the same thing as the Axial SCX-10.3. It's got a molded motor, and you can't see that either.
Yeah, it's like, okay. I honestly...
But I guess what they're assuming, and they're assuming with the Axial kit, and they're assuming with this RTR, is that eventually maybe you'll get a different body that you can open the hood on.
Yeah, and honestly, beyond that, it's just like, I see this picture of the chassis sitting there, and I see that scale engine up front. I'm like, you know what? Kind of cool. I don't mind that at all. So I'll give them that. The axles, we don't need to say anything about those because they're the same that they've always been, and that's never been good. No steering, super weak, just poor.
The things. Kilburn's saying the steering servo is hidden in all the photos he's seen, and that's true. It's because it's a bell crank.
It's
system.
A bell cranks. Yeah, the servo's chassis mounted. It's backed by the transfer case, which is very similar to the old. The Bruiser had a bell crank steering.
Bruiser had that.
So did the Tamiya High Lift, and bell crank. So did the Wheelie King. FYI, the Wheelie King actually had a double bell crank.
Ooh,
but. The geometry has to be right to do bell cranks right. And without seeing it, I'm not going to say that they did it wrong, but I'm not going to say that they necessarily did it right either. We'll
have to wait and see on that.
That's a wait and see item.
Yeah. Same thing with the motor. We'll have to wait and see what size motor you can put in there.
Sure. Why are they still including a freaking nickel metal battery? Just don't include anything. Save on the shipping weight.
It was the same thing when Tamiya ordered the 1 billion Tamiya battery connectors.
They have to be worth more to melt down at this point. Any content in nickel that's actually in those nickel metal has to be worth more than if I opened up a freaking RC right now and found a nickel metal pack in there.
So, yeah, that is
Stop
definitely
including nickel metal packs should never have existed next to XT60 plugs that it comes on. Those two should not have had any overlap. They're like, well, we've invented the XT60 pack. We can totally just retire nickel metal, right? Like, yep. Good deal.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier to ship them
than no
anywhere
battery
in the world.
No.
Well, but they're trying to position it as a ready to run, completely ready to run, battery included, and that's fine. I get that, but maybe just ARTR it and don't include a battery anymore.
The term "ready to run" at this point does not mean a battery, like unless
it doesn't in any of the other kits.
It only does if you're talking about a $99 truck or a $50 truck. If you're selling a $50 truck or a $100 truck, it better have everything in that box because that's what's expected. When you spend $600 for an RTR or $650 in this case, they're like, that doesn't come with a battery. Yeah. That's not what that means.
Matt Romero just made a good point. Either way, with the hood not opening, either way, you still get scale points even if you can't see the motor.
You totally do.
There's no inner fenders. That's another thing that I saw in this. In this day and age, hey, you shrug like that, but even Vanquish trucks come with them. So,
I agree. I very much...
every truck should have them.
I shrug because it's like, yeah, come on. Like, RC4 drive...
At this price especially.
That's... What did the old TF2 RTR cost? Look that up.
Well, let me look it all up here. The old store.rc4drive.com. TF2. The old TF2.
Can we talk about the enormity of this front bumper?
$469 for a Trailfinder 2 RTR.
It was $200 less?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's for the black edition. So I don't know if they were cheaper than that before that. Or the midnight edition.
Oof. I did not understand that they were $200 less.
Here's another thing. What's the deal? Oh my God, the long wheelbase ready to run is $699 for the Trailfinder 2. Anyway, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh shoot, I forgot. Darn it.
Perry G, thank you very much, sir. Walked through 30 inches of snow, uphill both ways to fire up the generator. All for this. I demand entertainment. Happy New Year's.
Aren't we Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? Okay, here's my point. It's called the RC 4-wheel drive Trailfinder 3 RTR with Mojave 2 hardbody set launch edition.
So is the non-launch edition be cheaper?
I hope so. I imagine that it would be.
But
what won't you get? What won't you get with it?
Okay. Now this is painted red. Am I correct?
Yes, it's actually painted.
And the non-painted ones, or the regular TF2 RTRs were not painted, correct?
Yeah, just molded in body color.
So there's a good chance that will be a big change.
Yeah. Oh, here. Oh, the Trailfinder 2 truck kit, not RTR, $399. They're out of stock on that one though.
Brian Sherwood, thank you, sir. Put the pick down. You'll put an eye out. And Dale C. So do we think this makes for a good drift truck, like the Toy Story Pizza Planet TF2 drift truck? Mine drifts with single leafs and lowering blocks. Well, this one does have U-bolts now versus the bolt-on style that they used before.
It does?
Am I incorrect on that?
Oh no, it does. Yeah, it has U-bolts.
See, Matt, I pay attention to the scale details.
You know, when you become an aficionado like me, Marlin crawlers are $4.99.
Man, I can tell you which way I would buy if I wanted to buy
Having
an
not
RC four-wheel
seen
drive
this truck, having experience with the Marlin and not having any experience with the RC four-wheel drive TF3, the Marlin is a significantly good deal. And a much better, like, well, I can't compare it because I don't know yet.
I the motor, transmission, that whole setup, the transfer case with the correct side drop, I like the chassis. Yep. The body is the same, so it's a moot point, other than the non-bob, which I did like the bob of the Marlin better. Rear bumper is a metal bumper in this case, right? Where it was plastic on the TF2. It was the warped plastic
and the
one.
Marlin. And the Marlin, too. Yeah,
they both had the warped, fun, stupid-looking plastic one. This one has a true metal one with a hitch mount, it says. This one has...
sliders are still plastic.
Okay, so same.
Same there.
The front bumper on this thing, I think, was the absolute worst choice.
It's too big.
It's enormous. It's just a big old Bubba Gump lip sticking out there in front of this truck. Like, he's going to step on it. Like,
it's definitely going to get hung up on things.
Oh my God. There's like a good side shot of this thing. And there's so much bumper in front of these. I mean, the other thing is, what is the scale of these Toyota bodies?
These are 1/9.
1/9? So 1.55 times 9. Their wheels scale out to a 13.95 inch wheel. Stop using 1.55s. They're not scale. God, they look
very weird.
Dumb. Stop using 1.55s.
The tires are too small.
A 1.9 would have been a 17.
Finally. Yeah. Just put use
a 1.9. These 1.55s look absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I got 1.9s on mine. It looks way better. The final thing on a scale accuracy point is that the front shackles are wrong. It's supposed to be a solid shackle up front and the rotating shackle in the rear.
Which would help performance.
Which is why A&M Garage has been offering that for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years.
They also did fix the skid plate on this compared to the terrible one on the TF2. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't have the just that finger that reaches down and grabs everything.
We call it the claw.
Yeah. So they fixed some things. I do wish they would have, like, inner fender wells. Like, RC four-wheel drive should have inner fenders. Like,
it should.
They're about scale. They should have had inner fenders.
Jeremy Kilburn goes, summary. Buy a Marlin and use the remaining savings at A&M Garage to make it better.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do that. I don't know. Maybe
I would only buy the kit too normally, but the Marlin was a good truck.
I bet the non-launch edition will be $100 cheaper, making it more reasonable. It'll have a
come with a
non-paint body,
plastic bumpers,
stamped steel wheels.
Another non-licensed tire.
Maybe they'll go with like a 2500 milliamp nickel metal battery rather than a 3000. And they're going to switch back to they're going to go to Tamiya plug and get rid of that XT60.
And look, don't take any of this as us just being negative. We're just calling it like we see it.
RC four-wheel drive does scale things well.
They should do more. They're this close.
They can do better is the thing.
Yeah. I love my Marlin. I loved it since the day I got it. I put a lot of time and effort and money into that truck to make it even better. For a leaf sprung truck, it does about as good as that chassis will allow, in my opinion. And I very much like it. Now that it doesn't have RC four-wheel drive axles.
Right.
Any of the other stuff on it.
As played out as they are, I still love the way that the RC four-wheel drive bodies, the Toyota bodies look.
Yeah, they look great. It is just a Tamiya body.
It is. So. Agreed. But they do those bodies well. They've offered a lot of parts to go with them. I mean, the axles, they do look like Toyota axles, which is great.
Yeah.
The fact that they just that they're allowed to just keep running with those weak gears and crap shafts and think that, and that people they just still just get bought up. There's some things that they should just. I feel like if they cared, they would fix these things. But at this point, it's just like, this is what sells. It's good enough, and they do it, and it bothers me.
I don't know. I reserve judgment until I see one in person. These are all just sort of opinions based on photos. I am definitely going to get one.
Well, we both are, because we're going to see if we can make them do 80 miles an hour.
Be like, that's the first time I've seen this kind of metal melt before at this temperature.
I mean,
it's like the friend zone of trucks. Almost nailed it, but not quite.
That obviously, we all know I lend myself towards performance, and that's why I have such a hard time.
I'm a stickler for the detail stuff.
I've owned 4 TF2s, and I've not kept any of them longer than a week or two. It's just because, like, I love what they did and how they look until I get it and try and think about making it work.
You're going to have some fun stuff with those trucks, though, man. Like, you can do wild things. What else has changed on this Merlin? Everything. Let me take the body off.
That still has the Marlin that still has the transmission and everything.
Well, it has the Marlin transmission, but clocked.
Right.
Let me. Oops. DD. That would require some soldering. No, I'm just kidding. Everything's
just
fine.
Straight come off.
No. There's a lot of light kit stuff going on there, but pay no attention to that. I set this up to be class 1 for Scale Nats 2020.
Right.
Remember, that's how this was going to go. But you can see the motor usually sits up here.
Right.
And I've clocked it all the way down between the rails there. And that's a better look at it.
It is lower in this truck than it was previously. So they did improve that quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely. Because it used to be way up there.
Yes.
Now it's very low.
Yeah.
Did the A&M garage flip so you get overdrive? It's a pretty heavy duty overdrive. Totally flat skid on the belly. It's a nice little truck in this arrangement.
Yeah.
Leaf sprung Curry axles with the JEC mounts. So you can still run leaf springs on a Curry, which probably makes Josh cry a little bit every day.
I mean, at least if you're gonna run leafs, at least
get him as good as you can. And then that shackle reverse, so the front bumper also becomes the new shackle mount location.
And it's much closer to the front edge of that tire.
Yes, exactly, right? Like,
yeah,
gives you a pretty good approach angle now. All right, so yeah, I don't want to hate on RC 4-wheel drive. I really don't. I really hope that this is a good truck.
The thing is that
we'll have to wait and see.
It looks good from the outside.
Yeah.
So
it'll get the scale people more interested.
It's going to sell.
There's no doubt about that.
Because there's a lot of things I wish they would have done different. But
we will see.
It's still one of those things. The
pricing is you got to pay for the scale stuff.
I feel like they should have not launched only that launch edition.
It would have been nice to do like a limited edition launch edition like they're showing there, and then also have the companion build or RTR.
Because at this point,
hopefully it's a kit. Maybe it'll be a kit. That'd be even better.
Oh yeah, that's actually another we should talk about that. I just think that like right now everyone thinks, the new TF3 is $650. And that is going to be what's stuck in their head. Where most likely we're going to see this non-launch edition at $550 or something. And it would have not been such a huge shock. It would have been like, I could pay $100 more and get these good looking, although 155 wheels and a painted body and metal bumpers, which are all things we're speculating on, but still. So
Yeah. Or if there's and then there, maybe it would have been nice if there were 3. Launch edition, all the fancy stuff, numbered, because they are numbered, I think, the launch edition ones.
they said, yeah, it was a pretty small number too. 200,
yeah,
something like that.
200.
Yeah.
And then you get a regular RTR, which has just a body molded color. I'm going to guess it's going to be blue. I'm just guessing.
Yellow.
You think yellow? I think blue. I don't think they've done blue, so I think they'll do blue.
They did blue on the on the long wheelbase.
Different blue.
Oh, okay.
So launch edition, limited run, $650. RTR regular edition, $500. Let's go $499.
Ooh, look at you.
I'm playing the value game here, loss leader. And then we do a $369 kit.
I like how optimistic you're being.
I really hope there's a kit. I really do.
I want to talk about kits.
Hold on before you do. That wire loom stuff that I get is called Alex Tech, and you can get it on Amazon.
So I want to talk about.
And Jared Marston, thank you very much.
Yes,
Message
DLC,
retracted.
thank you as well. Not speed, drift, style points around similar course. I mean, Matt will beat me on the video side. Jay Burris, will the TF3 last longer than the Jeep? Not a Jeep.
God!
I'm confident that they will not beat that record.
Highly confident that the TF3 will last longer than that. Hi Logan. West Desert Wheelers in here.
The whole kit thing. I really think that as 2022 starts coming, we are going to see even less kits.
And begrudgingly, I agree with you.
I think that I take that off. Obviously, Horizon owns a big part of our market. I'm talking in our market especially. But the massive deals that we saw on the kit versions of vehicles from Axial and even the low C, it's not even a kit, it's a roller of the LMT.
Right.
And then the big deals that Associated ran, or Element ran on some of theirs. I do not think that kits are moving. I think that
people are not buying.
And I think that as things go, other than the fact that maybe we get some of the people there to straight up be just appeasing, being like, okay, we need to throw a kit out there for the hardcore,
builder guys,
like loyalists to a brand. Like, I think that is the only reason we saw a kit of the SCX3 or the Rift for sure. And probably the Associated ones. And that's just because they were like, hey, this, like the Axials, they're like, we've got a history with kits from, and builders of people in our area. We need to give them the kit. But
it has to be there.
And I don't know that I can see them releasing another.
Yep. There's a lot of good comments here. Oni said less kits sucks if you ask me. Checkered Past said people are lazy and want instant gratification. I think that's a big part of it. Old Sun RC, the RC plane market experienced the RTR craze years back, and that was the beginning of the end of the kit plane's demise.
Yeah, I mean, I think that RC in ground base has been seeing the same thing for probably nearly that same amount of time. This isn't new, and this isn't breaking news, but I think
Gringo Bandito said, is Josh hinting at a Vanquish RTR?
Oh.
No.
Good news there is that RTRs are a lot more work, and that's
Josh is lazy.
the amount of like FCC clearance and IDs and all that. It's not happening.
Yeah, and that's the sort of thing that would fall on Josh's hands to do, and guaranteed he would not want to do it.
So,
Everyone else would be like, Josh can do it.
yeah.
He'd be like, damn
and it's you know, I think that, you know, if we wanted to sell a lot more trucks, it'd probably be the route to go.
RC Ritter said building is 3/4 of the fun. I would argue it's maybe more. I'd say 80% of the fun.
I would say, like, yeah, I'm like 3/4. It's like, it's probably 90% of the fun, at least for me.
Yeah, 80 to 90%. Which is unfortunate because there's nothing more gratifying than building your own RC, knowing how it went together, and knowing where things could go wrong. So when something breaks, you know what to fix.
I will
having an RTR
also,
is just it's kind of takes a lot of the fun out of it.
I don't mind being able to just get a new, like, even me, I don't mind being able to just get a new car and take it out of the box and go drive it and be like, I can tell what needs to be improved. And
for sure. But that's from your experience of building stuff.
Yeah, but it does go from that, you know. So I
and
get
there are other things, like other genres of this hobby. Like if we go into bashers, they don't make a lot of kits. Like you can't buy a Traxxas Max kit.
Right.
You know, you can buy all the upgrade parts and stuff and stick those on.
What I mean,
but
Techno has kits, but they're kind of like race bashers.
Yeah, race buggies.
Race buggies have kits still, but that's
about it. Because the people who are building those are building them because they have specific things in mind.
Yeah, and you know, I like I said, we've been experiencing this for a long time, but I think we're at the tail end. Like, you know, before it was like we used to see 100% of the trucks that were released came out in kit form also. And then it's like, well, you know,
it was kit first and then RTR.
Right. And you know, then it was like, well, 60% of it came. And I think now, you know, we're way less than that. And I think that we could see very few kits be released in general. I think you're going to start seeing RTRs only. You know, maybe 2021 is not the year where you see that. And I'm talking about from the big brands. But I don't think we're far away from it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Traxxas offers the Sport Kit.
Yep.
And they offer the full feature kit as well.
Roller.
For their
the kit
crawler.
The Sport is complete, body, rack, the whole deal. Where the
other one's a roller.
The other one that they have is no body.
Yeah. Logan, yes, there was a bomber kit.
Yep, there used to be.
What a kit it was. Somebody's asking, Wolf's DRC wants to know why I have a pencil. And it's usually just to write down usernames that ask questions like that one. Just kidding. Just kidding. I fiddle. So it's like, this is better than a fidget spinner.
Or a dental pick.
I have one of those too.
So, yeah, I had read a comment on that earlier, and I'm just like, it's coming.
Yep. Kind of sad. Honestly.
Question. Here's a comment. TRX4 is outdated but amazing, and it's getting older.
It's what,
4 maybe 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. And it is getting old, and the TRX4 is awesome at being durable and having a good aftermarket. It's never been a performer, though.
I mean, there will be people that would argue that point.
There will be, but they're likely people that, you know, haven't really broadened to the rest of the options in ways, you know. I've enjoyed my TRX4s for their intended uses, and what they do. I've had fun with them, but they're not, you know, if you're trying to take them all the way to the performance side, they're not going to hit that same level.
Yeah, there are things that, and I mean, most of the high level performance guys aren't using any of the mainstream chassis anymore.
Well, especially, I mean, if you're talking about going all the way like flat rail and stuff like that, that's a whole different deal. But
even if you wanted to get all the performance out of it that you could, you're going to hit a plateau where the chassis design is going to prevent you from doing anything else.
Yeah, it's
and the same can be said for all the trucks, really. But
it will be. It's just it's held back a little bit, like in true performance, by a number of little things about it. But still, if it's somebody who's like, I want to get my first rig for even if it's just their own, like my first rig, it's like, well, if you want to have a rig that is just not really going to fail you,
TRX4.
There's not a better choice.
Nope.
It's,
I couldn't agree
you're probably
more.
going to have a steering servo burnout. Like that's probably going to happen to you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And go for the sport kit as opposed to, or even the sport.
Just get an RTR even.
Full function.
Like get out and go have fun right away and get yourself hooked. Their RTRs are great. They are. Yep. The steering servos are going to fail. But beyond that, like just start going, just go have fun. And then you'll understand and get going. Whenever it's someone's first truck, I don't suggest a kit.
No.
Do you?
I do.
Do you?
Well, actually, I think I'm changing my tune on that one. I like the idea. The reason I like suggesting a kit is that you get the full experience. You get to learn a little bit about construction, following the directions, picking out electronics. And then I think that you've got a slightly better resale value on a kit than you would on an RTR.
I know what you mean. I hear what you're saying, but I'm going to strongly disagree.
Okay, that's fine. You're allowed to disagree.
I think that the law of averages. If you don't get people into an RTR first, you're not going to have as much success because they're going to maybe build the truck to the instructions. And then they're going to be like, okay, I have to get electronics. Like, what do I get? And then if they do like a search on the internet, they're going to get 500 different answers. Half of them are wrong. A third of them are decent. And,
well, and if they went to the hobby shop owned by the guy in flying cars, then they're definitely going to get a really surly answer and probably get right out of the hobby again.
So it's just like, get them into an RTR, and if they have fun, they're hooked, and then you're going to be able to take all their money a different way. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's a good point. All right, so yes, I would say get an RTR then, for sure.
We are part of the problem, Matt.
I know.
Fuck Dandy, thank you, sir. I agree. Building is really fun. I built 3 crawlers this year and have not drove any of them. No rocks. Curly the cat. The best argument for RTRs is having enough transmitters to go around when friends are over. Other than that, I'd rather build my own. Something to be said about that.
That's a good point. Yeah. Vigio said, I said with all due respect.
And John Roberts RC, thank you, sir. Modified question for Josh. What is your favorite least orange crawler? It. My Ripper is blue.
There you go.
Check. Done.
Unless you go to the TRX4 Facebook page, because that's where I go for all my best information. Then every answer from Motor ESC is the Fusion.
Hey, honestly,
nothing wrong with the Fusion.
The Fusion, let me tell you, that's actually a really good suggestion.
Yeah, it really cuts down on the wiring and soldering and everything.
Put it on there and plug it in. Like, it's not that powerful. Wheel speed's not great, but man, that's one of the best options for someone who's like real new. Just put a Fusion in it.
Yep.
Put a Fusion.
Not too bad. West Desert Wheeler said, I'm likely keeping the RTR radio with the SCX6. Oh, we just got one of those. Congratulations on picking one of those up. So I can run multiple trucks with it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm using the RTR radio on my SCX6 because I like the battery indicator right on the front. I don't have to scroll to another page for that.
I mean, I honestly, this year there was so many new releases.
Oh my God.
And it was, actually, that's a great question. Steve Morgan says, your Ripper is probably your most incapable crawler you like to drive. That's a great point, and you're totally right. Totally right.
Ripper is the least capable?
Yeah, because it's just an SCX-10 too.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
a heavy one at that.
With a metal chassis on top. Yeah, so it's absolutely true. Wide, the whole deal. It's a great point. It will not do what my Pro will do. So.
Breaking news. And I put this in the stories earlier today. I don't know how you or I didn't notice this, but the BRX-02 is coming soon from Boom Racing. Did you not notice that, or did you notice it?
I didn't. I don't know that it changes my excitement level.
Just hold your horses, okay?
Like I'm still just.
It's another option. It's going to come apparently.
I'm not up or down yet.
Linked or leafed. You can get it either way. And if I'm honest, I don't know what the pricing is or anything. I've seen a couple of teaser videos on
$650.
If it's because I don't know, it looks like it might actually be a bit more performance oriented, if I dare say so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little tiny bit. In terms of like a leaf sprung truck anyway. Because it looks to me like it's a carbon chassis, flat rail chassis.
Really?
Yeah.
I love carbon fiber, but that's going backwards. Like for them. That's like Amazon shitty knockoff chassis stuff now.
Well,
I'm just like, they had a cool,
wait until
like
you
for the
see
BRX-01,
it, okay?
like I'm not a super scale guy, but that was a decent like platform altogether if that's the style you were going after. Like if I was trying to choose before, like TF2, if I was looking for a TF2 type truck, I would have seriously looked at a BRX-01.
Yep.
Because I also like that LC80 body that it came with.
70.
Whatever. Same. So I would have had a decent, like going back and forth between those two. I thought, but now it's like you're going to do that type of truck, but with a carbon chassis.
Just wait until you see it, okay? Just
why did they get to do that? They were doing what they were doing well.
I think they may still be doing what they're doing well. I'm curious to see it. I really am.
If the TF3 came out with carbon chassis, you're saying that would have been a good choice?
No, I'm not saying that this is a good choice or a bad choice. I'm just saying it's a choice. I have no idea. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Just let's wait and see what comes. Somebody was asking. Oh, okay. This goes back to the SCX6. Woolsey RC again. You don't need a battery indicator. Just drive till it stops and change it. Here's the thing, though. That's a very heavy truck. And if I run out of battery and I'm far from where I was with batteries,
yeah,
no way.
That is definitely not an option with that SCX6.
No way.
I run with two 6,800 milliamp batteries in my SCX6, only one plugged in, just in case it dies, and I can just plug the other one in because I'm not carrying that thing back. You're totally right. This BRX-02 does have a carbon fiber chassis.
It does. Oh, you found pictures of it.
It shows that it still has that LC70 body.
I see it with a Land Cruiser or Land Rover body.
Oh, the video of it shows that. I mean, it was going through the water in that. I'm looking at the newest video they posted on their Facebook page, and it shows the same body. I mean, from the outside, it looks pretty much the same, as far as like that that body on there, scale sized tires and wheels. It does show a linked.
Is that a stabilizer up front or a the what do they call that bar? Stabilizer bar.
Sway bar?
Sway bar. Looks like it's got a sway bar up front.
I can't see that yet, but yeah, I don't know. It's I still will not be on board with them going to a carbon fiber chassis. Like, that's not the truck for it. Use G10 and go black if you're going to. But yeah, I see here someone said BRX02 will be for a D110. Like, maybe they're gonna have two options.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I think that one was a great competitor to the TF2 before.
Yeah,
seemed like people had good luck with it for
Totally. I never picked one up, mainly because I don't like that 70 series body. I think it's too small. But
yeah, that's a true story. It's much smaller body than the
10th scale body.
Yeah,
10th scale, and it should be way bigger than that one. So. Yeah, but that's interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff. I can't believe it's not even... Oh, is Rich here? Did Rich pop in? He did. Hey, Happy New Year, Rich. Thanks for popping in. Always on my channel. He likes me better. I'm nicer to him.
You give him less of a hard time.
Yeah, exactly. Rich, I got some problems. We've got to sort out with you. Blah.
Let me discuss them.
Got a lot of things I gotta say to you people.
It's that's an interesting one though. I mean, they've had that BRX01 for a long time.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
So
yeah,
seems like a good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they market Leaf or Linked.
Right. Yeah,
I'm curious. And I'm also curious about the price. I think that's more interesting to me, because if they price it better than the TF3, then it'll be interesting.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you don't see many BRX01s.
No, I mean, there's a pretty passionate community that have them.
Right, but you see a lot of TF2s.
Sure.
Like those TF2s pop up commonly.
Yes, but here's the thing: if the quality is status quo for what RC 4-wheel drive has been delivering lately, then I would be concerned.
Don't disagree. So, yeah,
I don't want to see anybody fail either. Don't get me wrong. I want everybody to do well, and I want them to sell product and continue to innovate and keep making better product and keep that competition going, because it's good for the industry.
Good options are always better. And yeah, I mean, if it's, when trucks are poor, it's bad for everybody, because people will buy them. People who are new will buy them, and then they will leave. And that's the biggest problem with a lot of the cheap parts and things like that. So, it's just one of those things. So, trucks that are either very, that are too weak or, have, major issues, like, yeah, you'll end up losing people. So,
yep.
But it's interesting. And so I'll they're on my checklist of scale news things. So I'll definitely discuss that for next week.
Glad I can help.
Yeah. It's next week's going to be, it'll be the first one of the new year. So I'll go back and review some of my thoughts from last year and what I thought was going to happen, and then go over what I think is going to happen this year. I think that will be interesting. I think I'll get more specific this year. And then I also had, what I need to do is I've got a note in my Scale News document note that has in like one of the days in August, or one of the weeks in August, I had people predict what they thought would happen by the end of the year. So I need to go back and see if anybody got anything like out of left field correct.
6 scale crawler from Axial.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Just like, like I want to go back and read all those comments and just see if someone just pulled a rabbit out of their hat. Then we'll look at their username and see if they know anybody. Who is this person?
Yeah.
What did they know?
Titch Rahilio. No, that's
DK.
too obvious.
DK changed his name.
Oh man.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that and the new. Did I get? Oh, sorry. I thought I had another package that I didn't open, but I think that was from last week.
Only on this show. Oh, I forgot about this thing.
Have you ever tried tree supports when 3D printing?
Tree supports? No, I haven't.
I tried that last night for the first time. Just trying something different. I didn't. My results were not as good. So
So don't worry about it then.
I don't know. Okay. Might be worth trying. Just wondered if you had better results than I did, but
I've never tried a tree support.
Yeah, rather than having like solid lattice work from the bottom up, kind of starts at the base and then it fingers out for the supports in different areas. But
oh, neat. No, I've never tried that.
Yeah.
I think this weekend I'm gonna have to swap all my components on my PC in here to the smaller Meshlicious case, because I think the panels will be coming back soon.
Oh, nice.
I sent out. I don't know if I told anybody, but Mesholicious sent me that case, and they're like, "Hey, we saw that you build really crazy PCs," and I was like, "Well, I built one crazy PC."
Yeah.
And they wanted to send me that out and have me build a PC and put it up on Reddit and all that stuff. So I was like, how am I going to make this unique? Because there's a lot of these Mesholicious cases out there. It's a small form factor PC, so it's like only this big. It's very funny. But it's like full, all the best components are still going to fit in there. So I was like, I'm going to get Russ Amptmeyer to Cerakote it and do his weathered look on it. So get your Ripper out for a sec if you can reach it.
I can't. It's in the... Oh, but I have wheels on the Woods Runner.
All right, yeah, bring those over here. Brent Hevner, thank you very much. Schultz on again soon, please. Yes, let's bring Schultz back on. It'd be good to see him. All right, so if you look closely at those wheels, they're Cerakoted orange, and then Russ does this like weathering technique where he rubs black usually over top, and it has this really cool kind of finish to it. So I had him do the outer panels of this small form factor PC case in a similar fashion, in the same blue and black as Josh's Ripper.
Right.
So that'll come back soon, and then I'll have that build done. I've got a little kind of like some other bonus fun stuff that I'm doing to kind of customize it a bit. And I think I have to get all of at least the build has to be done and the PC has to be functioning within a week so we can do this show again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be in the other room.
Yeah. Like, we're here for
or I'll be doing it from my phone.
Live takeover. And
yeah, it would be a slightly different show. Blind Guy RC, thank you very much. Hey man, so that TF3 ... Sorry I'm late. The Baja Ray loves snow. Yes. Been looking to upgrade my phone. S21. I'm a Galaxy guy. Oh, you're a green bubble guy.
Bubble.
Nope.
We started the show with that.
Sorry.
This is blue.
Not us.
This is blue bubble.
This is blue button territory.
Yes, that's the half cab body initially, but it was narrowed an inch.
You can barely see it. Barely see where you did that.
3/4 of an inch.
Nicely done. Great job.
So it does look good. If you narrow the rail truck, you usually see it as well.
No, you don't. Usually they clean up those welds pretty
Not,
well.
not in the off-road world.
Talking about real trucks.
They're just like,
stop eating meat.
I
Josh.
can't help it. I saw
You're
it,
gonna have
made eye contact
terrible
with
heartburn.
it, and I had to eat it. So, yeah.
We have not, LR, we have not driven our monster vans and boats yet. Boats, harder for me now because it's a lot more frozen. It would be like driving boats, skating boats. That's the sequel after driving
planes.
Skating boats. No, we haven't yet. We owe them some videos on that. And the Mad Van 2, yeah.
Yes. We have an idea for that, which I still want to.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me, but I'm in. That could be our first monthly mayhem next year.
It could. Probably right after Scale Nationals.
Oh my God, yeah. Nothing happens before Scale Nationals.
In
fact, I already started recording Scale Nationals episode 1.
Did you?
Yep.
Doing that this weekend then. Or maybe tomorrow.
I got such a head start. I've got still like 3 videos in the pipe that I have to cut that have already been shot.
I have one that I've already shot. I need to film the end of it. It's the FMS ones. But yeah, that one.
I am it's been a crazy couple of days since that best scale builds from the Scale Builders Guild video came out. 38,000 views.
Nice.
In like 2 days, which is pretty crazy. But more so than that, the sub numbers have gone way up. I might actually, if I play my cards right, I might crack 60K before the end of the year.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's crazy. Those numbers keep going up, which is really nice. It's really, it's very much appreciated. And I don't know if Josh and I say that enough, but we certainly wouldn't do this show without you. All of you watching right now. It's very much appreciated. It means a lot to Josh and I that we have this audience and have all this fun every week for the last 94 weeks.
94.
It's pretty crazy. And it all started because of that thing that's still kind of happening, going on. Yeah. But it's been really great to keep this going. And yeah, it's honestly because of you that we can do this. It means a lot. So thank you.
I was just thinking with Scale Nationals, the Wednesday before Scale Nationals, you're probably going to miss.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I'll be driving.
Oh, okay.
But I can probably get a connection and make it happen somewhere from like a Burger King bathroom. We can make this happen. We can do it.
So, because I think I'll be flying out for Scale Nationals on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm driving from my home here to, we're going to Alabama, right?
Correct.
Yeah. All I have to remember is Little Rock City.
Don't put that in your
It's not
GPS.
the same as Little Rock.
Exactly.
Those are different places.
They're not the same.
In different states.
Yeah.
But yes, I think I booked that day off because we have to be there. I think we got the house on Thursday, right?
We do. We have the house on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll probably leave on Tuesday.
Yeah, I figured.
Do a 2-dayer.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll leave on Wednesday and then we'll wherever I stop on Wednesday night, we'll do the show.
There you go. So yeah, that would be, but then I'll be back so no matter what, we won't miss a week.
No,
which is
impossible.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, everybody I know, like I talked to Nicole on my way home. She's like, "Oh, you have your thing with Matt, right? Whereas at work, like getting ready to leave, Steve's like, "Oh yeah, oh you and Kat tonight."
You gotta do the thing with the idiot. Yeah, okay.
Like, yeah, like 94th week in a row. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting to be a routine now. Fistful of Throttle, thank you very much. I have an S21. I assume that's a green bubble phone. It randomly forgets what the interwebs are, drops calls, refuses to send messages. I miss my Pixel. Happy New Year, guys. Really appreciate the content and entertainment. Well, thank you very much.
Crawler Baller, thank you, sir. Will you guys please do several more 124 scale shows in 22? The 24 scale build off is what got me hooked on both of your channels. We're going to have to figure out what that will be.
Fastest SCX 24.
Oh my God. Just, you want to talk about things melting.
Those poor little gears. Those poor little worm gears.
Ringworm gears?
Those poor little tapeworm gears.
The most axles on a 124 scale.
I don't know. You'd have to fab an output. I guess you could do that though.
They do it all the time. I've seen multiple. But it's saying it's possible. There's possibilities. Who knows?
My wife and I just got over the thing. It was horrible. Yeah. My executive producer just got over the thing. She was not happy about it.
Yeah. No, it sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
I'm getting my booster tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
on that note,
it is that time. 8 o'clock. I've got some vacuum forming to do. I'm going to try and pull the trans tunnel for my class 1. I'm really looking forward to starting the video series though. We need to decide what kind of update we're going to do, kind of update schedule.
Format, yeah, like weekly update or bi-weekly maybe.
I would not mind doing weekly. Blind Guy RC. Oh, I did miss it. Thank you, sir. Hey, my question. I lost the grub screw in my Origin drive shaft. Is the M4 screw shaft I need axial? Axial doesn't fit. Look at us all about the Apple. It is an M4. The axial one should fit, like the one from the Wild Boar. That one should fit. Traxxas also makes some M4 grub screws that will also fit. So yeah, as long as it's not an M3, like I think Axial has an M3 for the hexes on a number of cars, but as long as you can find those M4s, or we sell just the screw shafts, but I know you're in Canada, so shipping just that one simple little part would be a bit of a pain. You can always.
I could always order it. and send it your way.
So
get in touch with me, DM me on Instagram.
Yeah. Or I can help find you a suitable replacement so that you're not if you can find something local, which you should be able to.
Yeah, Perry G, thank you.
Thank you again. 124 scale haters.
Not haters.
Maybe he means
not haters at all.
Actually, I had a lot
Perry
of
G, thank you very much. Orlando build off.
Never. I would shut the channel down first.
I didn't buy that trailer for you yet, Josh.
Don't. If you do,
we will not be friends anymore.
All of your orders will be short a wheel if you do. You're just gonna get 3 of all the wheels you want.
Right. Next, now I know what I need to do. Order 6.
Curly the cat. Thanks. Just finished my buddy's custom 124 scale Edsel. A Ford Edsel.
Nice choice.
I mean, they do have a hell of a grill on them. You know?
Yeah, they do.
I'm good.
I'm there.
All right.
Thank you, guys. That's it. What are you building on Friday?
I'm taking Friday off.
Oh, nice.
It's New Year's. I'm going to take Friday off.
It's New Year's. Yep.
It's I think that will be
just take that night off too.
I think so. Oh,
I almost said, yeah, I'll build something.
Yeah, do that. Pilot Ryan Media, thank you, sir. 99 for Duratrax Driftwoods for your Vanquish. I have.
You do like the
all of the Duratrax tires.
What did you buy them for again? Some
wanted to see 'em.
stupid project.
No,
Right.
I just wanted to see them, so I got them all.
Okay. So good. All right, guys.
I have a bunch.
Have a great week. Happy New Year.
Yes, thank you to, before we go, Scott O'Blander, Jefferson State Crawlers, Jeremiah Salberg, Gunnar Nissen, Perry G, Brian Sherwood, Dale C, Jeremy Burris, or Jay Burris, Buck Dandy, Curly the Cat, John Roberts RC, Paul Megler, Blind Guy RC, Crawler Baller, Curly the Cat Pilot, Ryan Media.
Mr. 5450, Scott O'Blander, Bob A, Jefferson State Scalers, Gunnar Nissen, John Roberts RC, Jared Marston, message retracted from him. Brent Hefner, Blind Guy RC, Fistful of Throttle, and Perry G. Thank you, guys. May all your acquaintance be forgot.
Is that what the saying is?
No, I don't know what it is.
Like, what does that mean?
May all your acquaintance be forgot.
Happy
Have a great night, everybody.
Wait, that's a different song.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Later. We'll see you guys next week.
Love you. Bye.